presenter, Lolita Sims. She is the owner, president of Education Percepts, an educational consulting business. Lolita.
Thank you. It's some awesome energy in this building this morning, and I'm going to tell you something. You are a hard act to follow. We're going to see how funny we can make this. But, you know, we appreciate you helping me feel comfortable this morning. Thank you for coming. I'd like the opportunity to just tell you more about our business. Actually, I'm an experienced educator from Alabama, and I came here about 16 years ago, and I transferred my teaching and school counseling curriculum, you know, to come up here, and it has totally been exciting. Well, today we have come out of the school system and developed our own business with programming that we've done for a number of years. Well, we wanted to do it for ourselves, and it's called Education Percepts, LLC. And then what we do is we teach youth and help them to see themselves differently. You know, youth these days, they have their own way of doing things, and well, when you're dealing with them, it's kind of like chocolate. You just don't know what you're gonna get. Well, some of our services include behavior modification, career orientation and exploration, career development, curriculum development, leadership development, mentoring, social skill enhancement, and volunteerism. As a school counselor, these were all concepts and things and areas that we work with our students. Well, because of the number of students that we were serving, we had the great challenge to make sure that we had individual programs that were going on for students, small group programs, and also school-wide programs. So this realm of services represents all of those areas, whether they're individual, small group, classroom, and or school curriculum, entire school. The program that we'd like to talk to you more about today is our recent initiative, and it's called the Village Mentoring Program. We do that in the Wilmington Public Schools, affectionately known as Operation Black Men. You may ask, why are we doing this? You know that these days it is so very popular to say that we're focusing in education on African American men. We're focusing in education on special education students and the behavior modification pieces. Well, our program accents that Wilmington is a mentor town. And I have the vision of seeing a positive professional black men in every school, every day. That's the vision. You may ask, why is it that aren't black men in every school every day? Yes, they are. Aren't positive black men in every school every day? Yes, they are. But the difference is that these are individuals who will go in and they will develop a one-to-one relationship with a student. They'll be there consistently. They'll be there every day, every week for about 45 minutes to 1 hour. And also they're letting the young men know that you're very, very important and that your value extends far beyond the classroom. It takes a village to raise a child, and you've heard that before. I'm sure that's the African proverb, but that's the foundational purpose for establishing the Village Mentoring Program, and this is where we need you to participate. Since we're focusing on schools in 19801, 02, 03, 04, and 05, we're going to ask you, by a show of hands, how many of you work in one of these zip codes? Hands. Okay, great, all hands. Thank you. Now, that was everybody in the room except 3. How many of us, I should say us, right? How many of us live in 19801, 19802, 19803, 19804, and 19805? There are fewer hands that went up. Although we may work in the zip codes, many of us live in other places. So that's how the village comes in. We've already talked about the Wilmington Public Schools and the concerns that go on in the schools in the Wilmington area. So as mentors, we will come in with modeling. In the Wilmington City Schools, there's 80% African American students, 12% Hispanic, Black and brown students are 92%. However, the teachers in the area are 67%. Leadership in households, we're finding that there are family-led households. According to the urbanstatistics.com, that's 62% that are families, 36% that are female, and fewer than 2% that's male. In terms of economic development and poverty, we're looking at an economically impoverished area. But historically, the church in the African American community was the place that so many, or the beginning of so many changes, whether it's social justice, economic. Many historic HBCUs started in basements. However, we want to connect the historical relevance with the businesses that are in the area, with the construct that each one will adopt a school within a 2-mile radius. And we started at my church, and we go into organizations and companies within the 2-mile radius of those zip codes, and the men are leading the way. We have a 3-phase program for the student participants. We work with the top tier, the tier 3 students who have high recidivism, who you're nodding, thank you, we appreciate that, who have high attendance concerns, who feel that they only live once, so they've got to take advantage of what's going on today, and that may or may not include staying in school. But as each mentor will reach another mentor as they're connected, they will go into the school for 1 hour from whatever the lunch time. That spans from 10:30 until 1 p.m. But in the afternoon, after school component, we have a parent participation that's also a 3-phase program. We will have one man at least one man in each school every day. Currently, we're at one school in the Christina School District in elementary school, and one middle school in the Red Clay School District. Our objectives are to increase the African American male presence, leadership, and involvement, to teach problem-solving, decision-making techniques, to instill core values of a strong family, demonstrate the directional correlation between adult expectations, student achievement, to foster community responsibility, and promote the STEM subjects. We have 4 components that we work under: personal and social development, leadership, mentoring, team building, economic development, and careers. The training is through Education Percepts, Big Brothers, Big Sisters, and we just add a new one, that is creative mentoring. Our community partners have a list of those people there. We're really, really fortunate, as the word has gotten out, some of the companies and corporations have asked us to come in to talk with them about mentoring. And needless to say, there are more students who need a mentor than there are mentors, but isn't that a great problem to have? Because it keeps us doing the recruiting over and over and over. These are some of the events that we do. There's the school launch, and then we go in to do activities with the students. At the end of the program, it's a rite of passage. So why mentor? So that you can develop a personal relationship, leadership development, model positive behaviors. And the fact is, when success is your only option, success is also your outcome. So join us in Education Percepts, as we help youth to see themselves differently. Thank you very much.